Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Murphy from the Upton Town Library. Today's story time is about plants, gardens, and flowers. So I thought I'd wear this fun flower headband to kind of get in the mood. Let's start like we always do every story time with a song. Our welcome song is called If You're Ready for a Story, and it goes like this. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. Nice job. Thanks for joining me today. Let's start with our book talks. And I've got two great books about flowers and plants. And the first one is called Zinnia's Flower Garden. It's by Monica Wellington. This is not a new book, but it's a great book because it tells you all about different kinds of flowers. It starts out with zinnia, which is kind of a funny name because zinnia is a kind of flower, and in this story, Zinnia is the girl's name. And you can see she has packets of seeds. She's going to be planting flower seeds to see what grows. And this is one of my favorite pages I wanted to share with you because it shows you about how the seeds grow into sprouts, how the roots grow down. And over here in her garden, she's got all of her flowers labeled. Can you see that? She looks like she's planting sunflowers, zinnias, cosmos, and asters. Take a look at those seeds. It's a great way so she knows what flowers will be growing. And at the end of the story, not at the very end, but near the end, we get to see what the flowers look like. And there are some pictures of real flowers in here. And I think on this page, I kind of like how the little bluebird is at the bottom amongst all the flowers. But there are a lot of beautiful, beautiful flowers. I think one of my favorites probably would be the cosmos because Mr. Murphy planted a lot of those at our yard when we first moved to Upton, so I like cosmos. But that is Zinnia's Flower Garden by Monica Wellington, and she's written other books, so if you like this one, you might like some of her other stories. Another book I wanted to share with you is from our Easy Reader collection. It's called Seed to Plant, and this is a National Geographic kids book. It's a nonfiction easy reader, which in our collection we have these little yellow, orange labels on them that say nonfiction, so you can tell they are about real things. And this is all about how plants grow. And it starts out with a table of contents, so you can see what all the different topics are and what pages they're on in this book. And then it goes right into telling you what is a plant. A plant is a living thing. It stays in one place, but it grows and changes just like you. And here we've got some different plants labeled. So we've got a white water lily, a fern, a tangerine tree, and an orchid. Okay. And I thought this page was interesting here because it shows you a farmer in his cotton field right here. And I bet a lot of you like to wear t-shirts every day. And did you know it says your t-shirt is made from cotton plants? So those cotton plants you see there, those white fuzzy plants, they turn those into cotton t-shirts, which many people wear every day. And one last thing I wanted to share with you was this page. It shows a seedling growing. And a seedling grows from the seed in the soil, and then it starts growing bigger and bigger. And as it grows taller and taller, the roots grow down further and further. And it's got each part labeled, so it can show you the roots, the stem, and the leaves. So those labels can help you learn what the different parts are. So if you like learning about plants and real information about them, this would be a great book for you. It's called Seed to Plant, and it's part of our nonfiction collection for the easy readers. So I like these books a lot because sometimes I like to read about real things, not just fiction stories. So those were our book talks. Why don't we start with a name song to say hello? It's called Hello, and it goes like this. Hello everyone, how are you? How are you? How are you? Hello everyone, how are you? How are you today? How are you today? Are you doing well? I'm doing pretty well today. Let's sing it to me this time. Let's sing to Mrs. Murphy. Are you ready? Hello, Mrs. Murphy. How are you? How are you? How are you? Hello, Mrs. Murphy. How are you? How are you today? I'm doing just fine. I hope you are too. One of the first chants we're going to do today is a finger play, and it's called Five Fat Peas. Peas are one of my favorite vegetables, and they grow in gardens. So let's do the rhyme about 5 fat peas. You want to have your pea pod ready, and we're going to do this 2 times together. Ready? 5 fat peas in a pea pod pressed. 1 grew, 2 grew, so did all the rest. They grew and they grew and they did not stop until one day the pod went pop. Excellent job. Let's do it again. I'm going to use my other hand this time. 5 fat peas in a pea pod pressed. 1 grew, 2 grew, so did all the rest. They grew and they grew and they did not stop until one day the pod went pop. Oh, that was a good pop at the end. Well done. We're going to do a new one. This is a new finger play I just learned this week, and it's called Slowly, Slowly, and it's about how slowly a snail goes, because sometimes we see snails in our gardens. They're very slow. And it's about how quickly a mouse can be. Have you ever had a mouse in your garden? This is how it goes. Slowly, slowly, very slowly, creeps the garden snail. Slowly, slowly, very slowly, up the garden rail. Quickly, quickly, very quickly, runs a little mouse. Quickly, quickly, very quickly, into his little house. So quickly, it's so fast to say it. Let's try it again. Slowly, slowly, very slowly, creeps the garden snail. Slowly, slowly, very slowly, up the garden rail. Quickly, quickly, very quickly, runs a little mouse. Quickly, quickly, very quickly, into his little house. Nice job with that new one. That was a little tricky. How did you do with it? Let's do another one. It's a counting one. It's called 10 Little Flowers, and we're going to be counting 10 little flowers with our fingers. If that's a little tricky, you could just clap along. That works too. It's going to go like this. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little flowers, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little flowers, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little flowers, 10 flowers growing in a row. And wiggle them as they're growing. Let's do it again. Ready? Here we go. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little flowers, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little flowers, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little flowers, 10 flowers growing in a row. Very nice. That's a fun one to do. You can substitute any kind of thing for flowers. You could do animal words, vegetable words, whatever works. And it's just a fun one to a familiar tune. Let's do the nursery rhyme, Mary, Mary, quite contrary. And this one, she has a garden, and in her garden, she grows silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row. And it goes like this. Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row. Let's try it again. I'll go a little slower this time. Are we ready? Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row. Very nice. Let's do a new one about 5 little flowers. And I have my 5 little flowers with me today. Can you tell me what colors they are? This one is purple. Then we have one that's pink. Then we have blue. This is a tulip. This one is red. And a big sunflower is yellow. And at the end of this chant, we're going to have the sun. So this is how it goes. You help me with the colors when I come to them, all right? 5 little flowers growing in a row. The first one said, I'm purple, you know. The second one said, I'm pink as pink can be. The third one said, I'm blue like the sea. The fourth one said, I'm a very red fellow. The fifth one said, my color is yellow. Then out came the sun, big and bright, and the 5 little flowers smiled in delight. Let's do that again. Help me with the colors one more time, okay? So this is 5 little flowers. 5 little flowers growing in a row. The first one said, "I'm purple, you know." The second one said, "I'm pink as pink can be." The third one said, "I'm blue like the sea." The fourth one said, "I'm a very red fellow." The fifth one said, "My color is yellow." Then out came the sun, big and bright, and the 5 little flowers smiled in delight. Very good. Nice job. Wasn't that one fun? I like seeing all the different color flowers. I love those. The next song, I'm going to need you to move a little bit. We're going to pretend we're farmers planting a garden. And first we're going to plant our seeds. And then out's going to come the sun. Then there's going to be rain. Then the seeds begin to grow. So they're going to go up with your hands. Then the vegetables are here. We're going to be excited. The vegetables are here. Then the farmer digs them up. I'm going to dig them up. And now it's time to eat. All right, are you ready to try it? Here we go. The farmer plants the seeds. The farmer plants the seeds. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the farmer plants the seeds. The sun comes out to shine. The sun comes out to shine. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the sun comes out to shine. The rain begins to fall. The rain begins to fall. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the rain begins to fall. The seeds begin to grow. The seeds begin to grow. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the seeds begin to grow. The vegetables are here. The vegetables are here. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the vegetables are here. The farmer digs them up. The farmer digs them up. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the farmer digs them up. Now it's time to eat. Now it's time to eat. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, now it's time to eat. Very good. That's a fun one to a song we all know. Let's try if we can be a seed. This is a chant called Be a Seed, and it goes like this. Be a seed, small and round. Sprout, sprout, sprout up from the ground. Shake your leaves for all to see. Stretch your arms up, you're a tree. Let's try it again. Be a seed, small and round. Sprout, sprout, sprout up from the ground. Shake your leaves for all to see. Stretch your arms up, you're a tree. Nice and tall. Nice job. How high did you stretch? Well, we need to do a little more stretching before we finish story time. So let's do that. Let's stretch up tall like a tree. Then we'll stretch to our left. And we'll stretch to our right. And then we'll stretch up again. And down. And we'll breathe in. And out. And in. And out. And get those wiggles out. Wiggle your branches. And get ready to do our twinkle twinkle. You can twinkle your stars like this, or you can pinch each finger as we sing twinkle twinkle. I think I'm going to twinkle each finger this time. Are you ready? Here we go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Very good job. You did a great job at story time today. Do you think you're ready to hear about a craft that you could do at home? We were stretching up tall like a tree today. So today you could make some tree art. Now this one, I took a tree, a picture of a tree, and you can see I colored with a brown crayon, and I made some kind of green dot leaves. Would you like to see how I did that? Let me show you. So here I have a picture of a tree that I just drew. I took a marker and I drew the trunk and I drew all the branches coming out the sides. So the first thing I would do would be to color it with a brown crayon because tree trunks are usually brown. After that, I would take my green paint and I would make the leaves. Now, what happens if you don't have green paint at home? Mrs. Murphy didn't have green paint at home. So let me show you what I did. I made some green paint. Look at that. It's green paint that I made, and I've got a Q-tip here. So all I did is take some glue, and I didn't have green paint, so you know where I made my green paint? I used food coloring, green food coloring, and glue. Now, it won't be as washable as the paint we use at Storytime, but that will work for what we need. And I used cotton swabs. Some people call these Q-tips. And I'm using my Q-tips to paint today. We use Q-tips a lot at Storytime. They make great painting devices. So for this one, you'll color your trunk brown. And then I'm going to take my paint and make little leaves all over my tree. Because I like how this tree is growing leaves just in springtime. By summertime, it will have lots of green leaves. And I just keep painting. Just making little dot leaves all over. Right, like that. Until my tree looks like this. All right? And another craft you can try, this is one we made at the library. It's a flower. And I took scrapbook paper. You can see those are little loops. They're folded in half and they're glued to the center. This is a yellow center, so this is just old scrapbook paper. And then on the back, I taped it to a paper straw. So now I have this beautiful flower to remind me of beautiful spring days that are coming. Did you have fun at Storytime today? I hope so. This was a fun one. If you have any more questions, feel free to contact us at the library via our email addresses. Mine is lmurphy@cwmars.org. You can follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram. We answer messenger messages, and our website is uptonlibrary.org. See you next time. Bye-bye.